Day 3 getting underway as a federal judge in San Francisco continues to weigh in on a major legal battle. This is over whether President Trump broke the law when he dispatched thousands of National Guard troops and Marines to L.A. during anti-ICE protests in June. Reporter Monica Madden breaks down the arguments.
In day 2 of the high-stakes trial over President Trump's June National Guard deployment to Los Angeles for protests, the Army commander in control of those Guard members admitted the deployment happened despite low-risk assessments of the protests, but also testified that he does not believe troops violated the Posse Comitatus Act. That's the 1878 law at the heart of this case, which largely prevents the military from acting as civilian law enforcement.
Our founders determined at this country's birth that a federal government should not have the authority to deploy troops against its own citizens.
Political analysts say this case has renewed urgency.
The current debate in Washington, D.C. takes the fight between Newsom and Trump and moves it from a California-based argument to one with national implications.
In court, the state's attorneys showed images like these of soldiers lined up in L.A., arguing this shows troops illegally took on local law enforcement duties like forming a perimeter. California attorneys saying, quote, President Trump seems to see the military as his own personal army to use to further his agenda and enforce domestic law, but that is exactly what the Posse Comitatus Act prohibits. DOJ lawyers refuted that, arguing soldiers only protected federal officers and property, saying, quote, we have a record here of testimony of violence against military service, against federal law enforcement officers in the Los Angeles area. President Trump, he provided protection. That's what the order in question does. The law says the president can federalize the National Guard under certain emergencies, like a rebellion. But Judge Charles Breyer appeared skeptical of the Trump administration's arguments, asking, quote, if President Trump says there is a rebellion, does that make it a rebellion?